Hello, Super Saver. I hope you're doing well. Today's video is for those of you who want to know how to buy new issue Treasury bills on E-Trade. New issue T-bills are new batches of Treasury bills that the U.S. government sells directly to investors via their auction process. This video will not talk about purchasing old Treasury bills that are already floating around in the secondary market. And if you're interested more in purchasing Treasury notes and or bonds, no worries. The process for buying new Treasury notes and bonds is similar to that for buying new T-bills. At the time of this taping, E-Trade is running a bonus sign-up offer for new E-Trade Securities customers opening one new eligible retirement or brokerage account by October 31st, 2022. And it has to be funded within 60 days of account opening with $5,000 or more. Here's the promo code. And if you scroll down, you'll see that the cash bonus you get is based on the deposit amount into your new E-Trade account. Further details can be found on the right-hand side or by clicking this link here. Now, if you're new to T-bills, be sure to take a look at this Treasury bill checklist here on the top 9 things that you need to know about T-bills before diving into a T-bill investment. I've linked the relevant video below in case you're interested in further details. So let's dive in and talk about how to find out when your new T-bills are available for purchase. How to buy a new T-bill at E-Trade step by step. What the pros and cons are of buying from E-Trade. If you want to skip around to specific sections, I've included timestamps below. The government sells new issue T-bills via U.S. Treasury auctions. New issue 4, 8, 13, and 26-week T-bills are auctioned off weekly, and new issue 52-week T-bills are auctioned off monthly. New issue Treasury notes and bonds are also auctioned off monthly. This means that in the current environment, every week you can buy a new 4, 8, 13, and or 26-week T-bill, and every month you can buy a new 52-week T-bill to take advantage of rising interest rates. Once you know which T-bills you want to buy, download this tentative auction schedule from Treasury Direct's website. I've included the link for that also below this video. The first 3 columns, security type, announcement date, and auction date, are the most important. The security type column shows which Treasury securities are being sold. So here we have some notes and bonds, and below that, a bunch of T-bills. The announcement date column shows when a particular security will show up in your E-Trade account and be available for purchase, when you can first place your order. This order that you place via E-Trade is what is known in the industry as a non-competitive bid. And this auction date column here shows when the price yield of the security you've placed an order for will be determined. This price yield is determined via a competitive bidding process amongst the big banks and other institutional investors. In a nutshell, you need to place your purchase order with E-Trade between the announcement date and the auction date. Now, if you're asking yourself, so I don't know the price that I'll be paying and the amount of interest that I'll be earning when I put my order in with E-Trade? The answer is no, you don't. That will only be determined when the big guys do their competitive bidding on the auction date. You can, however, get a feeling for pricing and rates by going to this page here, Treasury Direct's Announcements, Data, and Results page, which I've linked below. It shows the rates for the most recent auctions by security type, issue date, and maturity date. If you want more details on competitive versus non-competitive bidding, T-bill pricing, interest, and taxation, and my personal preference for buying at auctions versus the secondary market, then be sure to check out this T-bill must-knows video here that I've linked below. So for this tutorial, I bought this 4-week T-bill here, meaning I had to place my order with E-Trade between the September 27th announcement date and the September 29th auction date, which is what I did. Now, let's walk through how I actually did this on the E-Trade website. First, I'm going to log into my E-Trade account. Here's my account summary screen that shows up. I'm going to go to Trading up here. From this pull-down menu, I'll select Bonds and CDs. What will appear next is this Bonds Resource Center. I'm going to click on Advanced Screener. And what appears next is this Advanced Screener page. From here, I'll select Treasury Auctions. This screen will now appear. Here, I can select which E-Trade account I want to buy my T-bills in. And down below, I see which T-bills are available. Here we have the 1-month U.S. Treasury Bill. That's the 4-week T-bill. This 2-month U.S. Treasury Bill here is the 8-week T-bill, the same ones that I showed you on the auction schedule earlier. This column shows the day the auction will take place. And these two columns show the purchase minimum and maximum amounts. Keep in mind that this 5 here means I need to purchase a minimum of $5,000 of T-bills, not $5 of T-bills. And this column here shows how much time I have left to place my order. In this example, I had 36 minutes left. Also take note of this message here, that if I want to cancel my request for an open Treasury auction order, I need to submit my cancellation request before 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And that this cancellation request is not guaranteed, even if I submit it before 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I know the minimum purchase requirement is $5,000. If I try to place an order for less, let's say I put a 1 here and try to buy $1,000 of 4-week T-bills instead, I see that this doesn't work. Here's the error message I get, that I have to enter a minimum quantity of 5, meaning $5,000 of T-bills, which is what I'll do now, and then I'll click on Preview Order. On the screen that follows, I'll check that everything is correct here and read through the fine print. Take note of this in particular. With E-Trade, unlike with some other brokerage companies, an estimated price and/or yield is not available on auction orders. They also want me to know that my order will be executed at the average auction price, which is fine because I already knew that. Once I'm happy with everything, I'll click Place Order and I'm all done. And on the day of the auction, once the bidding is over, I'll receive a trade notification like this showing me that my order went through. To see the price I paid, I'll have to log into my E-Trade account and click on Orders. On the order screen, I'll go to Executed. I only placed this one T-bill order in my E-Trade account recently, and that was to make this tutorial. And here, that's how much I paid per $100 face value of 4-week T-bills that I bought. If I want details, I can click on this arrow here and additional information will pop up. And if I scroll down, I'll see the total price I paid and the yield. The pro of buying from E-Trade, like with Fidelity, Schwab, and Vanguard, is 0 fees. E-Trade charges 0 fees on both U.S. Treasury auctions and secondary trades online. The caveat here is that you have to place your order online. If you call in and want to place the order via an actual human being, what's known as a broker-assisted trade, it'll cost you about $20. Now, the cons of buying from E-Trade. There are 2 in my mind. First, the high minimum transaction requirements. Based on our experience, E-Trade has the highest minimum of $5,000 per order compared to $1,000 per order for Fidelity, Schwab, and Vanguard. Second, no estimated price or yield provided. Again, unlike Fidelity, Schwab, and Vanguard, E-Trade does not provide an estimated price or yield when you place your purchase order. Now, I don't necessarily see this as a deal breaker because the estimated price or yield that the other brokerage companies offer are for indicative purposes only and not always close to the price you will actually get on the auction date. Also, you can get around this, as I've shown you earlier, by going to this page here, Treasury Direct's Announcements, Data, and Results page, which I've linked below. It shows the rates for the most recent auctions by security type, issue date, and maturity date. There is one more thing to note, and that's auto roll or auto reinvestment of your Treasury bill proceeds upon maturity into another Treasury security with the same face value and term as the one that was originally purchased. I searched around the E-Trade site, but it wasn't immediately obvious to me whether they offered this rollover option. Drop a comment below if you have any insights about whether this is available on E-Trade. I'm sure others in our super saving community will find this information very helpful. Okay, my financial friend, I hope this video has helped take some of the mystery and anxiety out of buying new issue T-bills from E-Trade. And if you're curious to see which T-bills I currently hold in some of my accounts, then take a look here at this video on how I built my $60,000 T-bill ladder to take advantage of rising rates in this current volatile market. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget that thumbs up and see you again soon with another exciting wealth building video.